Causation is the third element that a plaintiff has to prove in a medical malpractice case. We've talked duty, breach of duty, causation, and damages. And it's actually, in some ways, the most contentious. Because duty can be readily identified, both sides pretty much have a good idea when they sit down and evaluate a case whether there may or may not have been a breach of duty. Causation is another matter. There are so many medical conditions and problems that can contribute to each other, where one thing can become more or less important than another, that teasing out what's the real cause of the final result of the patient's condition can be something that's not only hard to ascertain, but because it's hard to ascertain, is the subject of a lot of fighting and maybe a trial. A physician is not responsible to pay for a damage that the physician did not cause. So we're back to that word cause again. What would be some examples of that? An example might be a surgeon who does a surgery. The surgery is successful, the patient is discharged, and after discharge gets an infection. That's not the fault of the physician, and something bad happens as a result of the infection. In that case, whatever it is that the lawsuit is, if one were to ever be brought, the physician would be justified in saying, I didn't cause that, the infection caused that, and that happened afterwards. Here's a real-life story that shows you how complicated it can be. We had a brain-damaged infant case. We litigated that case. It went to trial. At the trial, we were hammering and succeeding in proving that the physician had departed from the accepted standards of care and not responding to the condition of fetal distress, so that this brain-damaged infant who had cerebral palsy should be compensated. The defendant was able to show at the trial that the very same constellation of injuries that the infant plaintiff had were also possibly caused by a genetic syndrome. More troubling was the fact that genetic testing showed that there were genetic defects for that child. So now the question is, what caused the child's injury? Was it the genetic defect, or was it the clear departures that showed a lack of oxygen to that child's brain? Well, that case resolved with both sides showing some prudence, neither side wanting to take the chance of all or nothing. And so a multi-seven-figure settlement was obtained in that case. But that can show you how, if you leave it to a jury to decide causation, it can be a very dicey thing. What we do prior to initiating a case is anticipate all the different causation defenses that might exist and talk to you, the client, about it so that you are fully aware of what may be happening. If you think you have a medical malpractice case and you're worried about the causation aspect of it, please give me a call and let me see if I can help you.